Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer from New York City, and today's Thursday workout is a level 4 routine that we are doing without any equipment, without your shoes. Hopefully, if you have shoes on, just flip them off really fast. And let's get started. We're going to do 2 warm-up moves, the same 2 moves we've been doing all week. We're going to start with a march in place. So go ahead and stand up for me. Get your shoulders back. Engage the floor with your feet. Tuck in your tailbone, engage your abdominal muscles, and march in place for 30 seconds. Now, marching in place means you keep your back straight, you lift the knees up, and swing the arms forward and back. Alrighty, very good, very good. Just getting some blood flowing to all of your muscles. Develop a little bit of a breathing pattern, a rhythm. Start pushing yourself a little bit more. We're going to add a shoulder press in 5 seconds. And warm up the back a little bit, warm up the shoulders. We're going to do, let's see, we have, of our 6 moves today, 4 are on your feet, and then 2 are down on the floor. So kind of a fairly significant portion of it will be standing today. As this week, really, we've been doing the same moves, only just a little more difficult with each day. I'll try to, go ahead, by the way, add that shoulder press. Let's get that last 30 seconds of your warm-up going. And warm up your shoulders and your back and your chest muscles. Really press up with control. Pull down with control. Don't move too quickly. You should count to 2 at least, or 3 all the way up, counting the same amount of time on the way down. If you count faster on the way down, like if you just let your hands fall completely, there's a little thing called gravity at work, and it does, erode your metabolic burn. So control is a major component, especially with these short exercises, or short routines rather, that we're doing. Okay, first move is a jumping jack. We call these power jacks. So this is the level 4 version of our jumping jack for the week. I'm going to start the 30 seconds in just a minute. What you want to do is land lightly on the balls of your feet, just like you have been doing all week, but you're going to be doing it double time. And in the upper body movement is not quite full rotation where you touch at the top, but bend your elbows a little bit so that you can move super fast, okay? So go ahead and get started, 30 seconds. If you can't handle that double time sort of aerobic output, just slow it down to the regular jumping jack. That's fine. You're doing great. Remember to keep your back straight. Breathe. Keep breathing. You're about halfway through. And I'll count it down here for you, coming up in 5 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3. I kind of fooled you there, didn't I? And you're done. Okay. All right. Now we're doing our lighthouse move again. So extend your arms out, palms down to your sides. You're going to turn your head just like we've been doing all week. But this time I want you to lift your left leg, slide the left foot up your right shin, stabilize your weight. Now for 15 seconds, turn your head right to left. Remember, that right leg is a tree trunk, so grip the floor with all 4 corners of the right foot. Splay your toes, sort of contract the muscles in the top of your feet so that you do not move. And now switch feet. 15 seconds goes super fast. So now you're going to stabilize your weight on your left foot. If you're right-handed, this might be a little more challenging. If you're left-handed, it may also be challenging, but it will maybe be less challenging. Okay, and 15 seconds is going. Remember, contract all those muscles in your feet. On the left side of your body, you have a tree trunk, so you're also contracting the muscles in your hips. This is, once again, another great place to do a Kegel. You've got 3 seconds left. Keep your back straight. And let's go with our lunges. So take a big step forward with the right leg. This is just 15 seconds of lunges, all the way down, all the way back to start, and all the way down, all the way back to start. Remember, with the lunge, you want to take a big enough step so that you can make 2 right angles with your feet, then bend both knees to 90 degrees, and then push off with the leg that's extended forward to return to start. You've got, I'll give you another couple seconds for finish up on the one that you're on, maybe do 1 more. And now let's switch. Taking the big step out with your left foot now. Again, these are forward lunges, which means you are balancing on the rear leg until you shift your weight to the middle and then forward a little bit, and then you push off with that forward leg back to your starting point. Okay, you're doing great. Okay, we've got 3 moves left. This last move on our feet is called a chair squat, but it's on your toes. So what you want to do is extend your arms forward from your chest, straight forward for balance. Press your feet together, your knees together. You're going to sit down and back into your imaginary chair, the chair squat, if you will, pressing those knees together. You've got one leg, one big time leg as a chair. And now lift your heels up and hold for 20 seconds. Just breathe. You're doing great. This is super hard. Super duper hard. Yesterday we did that little hop in the chair squat, but you were using your heels for balance. Now you are forced to really, isolate the weight at the front of the body, which means you're working your calves. You've got 3 seconds left and you're done. Go ahead and stand back up. Shake it out a little bit, and now down on the floor into your tabletop position. We're going to do a folding tabletop today. So get your body up into the tabletop where your hips are high, your hands are under your shoulders, your feet are under your knees. Now take a deep breath in and lower your butt, sort of rotate it up underneath your torso so that you're sitting fully upright. Your legs are as straight as they can be, but you're not resting your butt on the floor. Like, your butt will probably touch the floor. Just don't lose control here. Now go back up into tabletop. And again, rotate down, up underneath your body, and then press back into the floor with your feet and into tabletop. By the way, obviously you're going to rotate one more time down, your toes come off the floor, obviously. It would be impossible for you to do this without letting your toes come up off the floor. Then rotate back up, press those toes back into the floor, and now lie all the way down on the floor with your legs straight, hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in, press your lower back into the floor, squeeze your tummy muscles, exhale, lift up, and lower back down. And lift up. Good, keep it going. This is a straight leg crunch. You've got 15 more seconds. Then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll do our second set of this level 4 workout. We're going to go through it pretty quickly the second time though, so I want you to be ready. Go ahead and stand up now. Take a deep breath. Have a sip of water if you need one. We're starting in 10 seconds. Power jacks are first. We're going right into them. So double time your jumping jacks. Ready, set, and go. Wonderful. These are going to totally get your heart rate up. And keep it up for the next 20 seconds. You're 10 seconds in. Doing great. Keep the back straight. Keep those abs engaged. Use your hips. Use the butt. Land lightly on the balls of your feet. If you need to go back down to a standard jumping jack, feel free. You've got 5 seconds left. We're going to go right into the posture move, the balance move with the lighthouse. All right, now stabilize your weight on your right leg. Slide the left foot up the right leg. Extend your arms out to the sides, palms down. Turn your head right to left. Stare at one spot on your floor or your wall. You're 5 seconds in. You can do this. We're going to zip right on through this second set so that you can be out of here in 13 minutes. Hopefully, switch legs for me now. Stabilize your weight on your left leg. You're doing super, super well. And let me tell you something, I know these are not exciting things, like this is not the most exciting radio show to listen to, but if you are doing this workout, you do it every day with me during the week, you can skip the gym, people, seriously. Okay, let's do the lunges now. Forward lunge, right leg first for 15 seconds. Take a big step forward, keep your back straight, lower the body straight down, and back. You do not need to go to the gym and get on the treadmill and just run the same 30 minutes at the slow pace that you run, or get on the elliptical and waste 20 minutes of your time, because you can do that anywhere. You can walk for 20 minutes and do the same thing that the elliptical does, essentially. You don't need to schlep over to a facility and use all this fancy equipment. You can do this at your house. You can do it when you roll out of bed in your pajamas. Switch to the left leg for your lunge, by the way. and we'll do 15 seconds on the left leg. I do my workouts in my pajamas. Of course, I have a toddler, so it's really the only free time that I have. I get up and I get the coffee going, and then I am in my living room doing this workout. Of course, I don't typically listen to the podcast because it's already my voice, so I just do the moves and I talk myself through it. But nonetheless, that's when I do my exercise routine. And of course, I might run or whatever later, but I start the day every single day the same way. I roll out of bed, my eyes are halfway closed, I get to the kitchen and get the coffee going, and then I start moving around. And 15 minutes later, how it goes with me. Okay, chair squat. Press those knees together. I know you can do this. We're almost finished. Lower your body all the way down and lift the heels all the way up. As high as you can. You're in your stilettos, kneeling down and having to pose for a picture in a beautiful dress. That's what you want to think about, maybe. Unless you're a guy. Maybe you don't want to think about doing that. Or maybe you do. Who knows? But just keep breathing and try not to laugh your way and fall over, and laugh through it, and just, you've got 5 seconds. You'll be finished with this. And good. All right, down on the floor. Let's do that folding tabletop, which, by the way, is one of the 5 Tibetan rites. And I'll tell you about that in just a second. Let me make sure that you've got yourself in the right position. Your hips are high, your hands are under your shoulders, your feet are under your knees, and rotate the body up underneath the torso. Your legs are straight, your heels are on the floor, your toes come up. Back to tabletop. Very good. Now keep that going while I talk about how this is the 5 Tibetan rite, one of the 5 Tibetan rites. There are spiritual monks in Tibet that do this and 4 other, this particular move and 4 other moves precisely 21 times presumably every day. I think that's what it is. And one is spinning around clockwise 21 times. One is like a downward dog, upward dog sort of thing, 21 times. This is done 21 times. Yeah, so now you're done, by the way. So go ahead and lay all the way down, straighten your legs, and crunch up, and back down. Your last move, this is your Thursday workout, which means tomorrow will be even harder. But I hope you're game for it. It will be nice to finish the week off with a major body blast, and that's what we'll be doing. I'm Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness in New York City. Thank you so much for joining me and during the not so exciting podcast that will help you, as I said before, skip the gym, and you're not going to have any of that guilt, because truthfully, unless you really, you're obese and you need to lose mega pounds, which if that's the case, you should be getting in touch with me, and I will help you design a plan that's a little more in tune with what that means. But this is maintenance work. If you need to just get through life and have some commitment to exercise other than going to a yoga class once a week, this is the type of thing that will get you out with a hall pass out of having to go into a gym facility. I guarantee it. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day.